We come to work every day wanting to help people find a job in a company they love. One of the most important decisions that you'll ever make in your entire life, where you're going to spend, at a minimum 40 hours a week, there is very little information to help you make that before Glassdoor.
We are inventing an entirely new category, and that's exciting, and that gets a lot of people out of bed every day, really excited to do what we do.
Every single day is fun, it's a challenge, and the possibilities are endless.
It's the chance to be a part of something extraordinary, and to do that at scale. Not by onesies and twosies, but by millions and perhaps billions.
We build products that help people discover not just that there's a job that exists, but this job is really going to be something that I connect with.
Being passionate about the product and really believing in it is something that makes your job just easy. And being that I feel every company needs Glassdoor, it just makes my day go smoothly.
We believe that shining transparency on the employment landscape and helping people have better information on both sides of that fundamentally we're helping people to make better decisions, and in doing so make fewer mistakes in hiring. That's the ultimate goal, is to do that not only in the United States, but fundamentally and ultimately around the world.
I know that there's not an employer in the world that if you said to them, would you like to know what your boss makes, would say no to that. I know there's not a candidate in the world, if you said, would you like to learn from a few people about that company before you start there, that would say no to that. The need for Glassdoor, it's universal.
When people are truly informed before going in, people make better decisions and companies get better employees.
I have a friend whose company was relocating to New York, and he had to make a decision whether he wants to stay in San Francisco or move to New York. And he went through every single review on Glassdoor. And he went through those reviews, and he made a personal decision that he's not going to move to New York. And a bunch of his colleagues did, and they're not happy. And he's come back and told me that you guys really helped me make a really important decision. So I think it's those personal narratives that really, I feel like we're doing something useful for the world.
I think we're just scratching the surface, honestly, when it comes to the types of products that we're going to enable and the kind of partnerships we have with business and government.
It's up to me to help do the best at my job, and it makes me feel like really an owner of the business and helping drive the business forward. That's a pretty incredible feel. For somebody who didn't think she'd ever feel like that in her career whatsoever, having that opportunity here for a company that's growing incredibly.
We're at a point where most of our metrics are doubling every year. We have a very, very small share of the market. It's a very large market, and we have many, many years of real solid growth ahead of us.
You'll see quotes on our walls from the people that write to us and tell us how we're affecting them, just to help us remind ourselves that on the other side of that screen, there really is a single mom who's negotiating for like the last dollar, that extra dollar per hour, which is going to make a huge difference in her life. And that's what we do. We give her the tools to be able to do that.
There hasn't been anything like it, not at this scale, and not what we're scaling towards.
It's come a long way from just this small idea to where we are now.
I think that the potential to touch so many people's lives and be successful as individuals and as a company in the process is actually very hard to find.
And I think we're just getting started.